What is going on, everybody? This is Gaza back here with another Football Manager 2020 experiment video, and today this is episode 3 of the Lanarkshire experiment. So we have arrived at the 7th of June 2029, 5 years on from the last episode. Going to see what's happened in the leagues, in the Ladbrokes Premiership. 2024-25 season, Albion Rovers won the Premiership on 88 points, Motherwell in second on 84 points, Hamilton third with 82 points, Airdrie fourth with 72 points, and Clyde in fifth with 69 points. So the 2025-26 season, Motherwell won the Premiership on 87 points, Clyde on 84 points and second, Albion Rovers in third on 76 points, Hamilton in fourth on 71 points, and Airdrie in fifth again with 70 points. Very tight there. So the 2026-27 season, Hamilton finished first and ran away with the league. 92 points they finished on. Clyde in second place on 80 points, and also Albion Rovers in third place on 80 points on the exact same goal difference, but the only difference was Clyde did score a lot more goals in them. So fourth place was Motherwell on 76 points, and Airdrie finished fifth again on 67 points. So the 2027-28 season, Hamilton back-to-back winners there, retaining the title on 89 points. Clyde finished second with 88 points, and Motherwell in third with 86 points. And then Albion Rovers in fourth and 83 points. Man, that top four, look at the 6 points in it. What a season that must have been. And Airdrie finished 8th on 40 points. Airdrie really dropping out of that top 6, and especially the battling for the title. They've had quite a big decline there. So the 2028-29 season, Hamilton winning the league 3 years in a row now on 88 points, Clyde in second on 86 points, Motherwell in third on 78 points, also Albion Rovers on 78 points, Motherwell having the better goal difference, and Airdrie really falling away from that pack now on only 36 points, but managed to finish 10th, 8 points in front of Dundee and 8 points in front of the playoff spot. So you can see the decline that's really happened. They are in debt. As you can see, finances. They have got a transfer budget at least, but they have really got into debt and look like they're going to just fall off the face of the earth basically at one point maybe. But let's see who's been at. Yeah, we've had the Airdrie winning it against Hamilton, and Hamilton beating Albion Rovers, Clyde beating Airdrie, Hamilton beating Albion Rovers again, and Celtic beating Motherwell in the last final there. So the League Cup, you've had Airdrie winning it, Clyde winning it, Albion Rovers won it, and then Albion Rovers won it twice in this episode, Clyde won it twice. So, and Albion Rovers have been to 4 finals, man. They have been probably the most informed team. So the Tunnock's Callum Waiver Cup, you've had Clyde's reserves win it, and Motherwell's reserves win it, and Albion Rovers reserves reaching the final. So we're going to look at the Champions League, Europa League, and the Europa Conference League. So you've had no Scottish clubs yet reach a Champions League final. So we'll look at the Europa League. Albion Rovers won the Europa League in 2026-27 season against Manchester United, but the current holders are Motherwell, who beat on the 2028-29 season beat Porto at Celtic Park in the final. And the Europa Conference League, Motherwell won it in the 2024-25 season. Celtic got to the final the following season, lost to Everton, and there's never been another Scottish team since that. So yeah, that's two Scottish clubs got it, Rangers and Motherwell. Obviously winning the Europa Conference League or the Europa League 2 or whatever, right? So we are now going to look at the transfers that came into the clubs in Lanarkshire over the last 5 years. So transfer history. 2024-25 season, £474 million Hamilton spent. 2024-25 season, a lot of money there. £174 million of players going out of the club, money they received for the transfers, a lot of money spent and received as well. 2025-26 season, £237 million was spent for profit made of £96 million. 2026-27 season, £254 million was spent with a profit of £137 million made there. That a lot of money spent again and a lot of money received. 2027-28 season, £391 million spent, again splashing the cash, with £85 million profit made of players sales. So yeah, there's a lot of money being spent at Hamilton again. So the 2028-29 season, £98 million spent on all players coming in. Well, 3 players really, because one was a free David. Is that David Luiz? David Luiz, is that? Oh, it's a young. So it's a regen. I thought it was the same one. And £184 million profit made in the current season. That is fantastic to see. Maybe big money will be spent in the next season. So we'll look at Clyde now as they finish second. So obviously they finished second the last 4 seasons now, hoping that they can get a title in the end. So transfer history. So the 2024-25 season, £298 million spent on players coming into the club and made a profit of £114 million. That is a lot of money to get a profit in, but a lot of money to spend as well. So 2025-26 season, £443 million was spent on players coming into the club. Yeah, massive, and £118 million profit made. A lot of money there again. So the 2026-27 season, only 4 players were brought into the club, but a total of £168 million was spent in the club, and then they made a profit of £39.5 million on players going out of club. Not a lot of money received that window, probably one of the lowest, but again, decent enough. Sorry. The 2027-28 season, a total of £96 million was spent by Hamilton, and they made a profit of £64 million. I think that was that was more, sorry, than that's the previous season. So the 2028-29 season, £222 million was the total spent on players coming into the club, and a profit of £46.5 million was made by player sales. Not too much on the players going out of the club, but players coming in, totally different story. So Motherwell was the next club. Yeah, it says they are rich, looking for another manager. Transfer history. The 2024-25 season, a total of £629 million was spent by Motherwell. That is crazy amounts of money coming for buying players, man. Absolutely madness. They really splashed the cash that season to try and probably compete even more, but only a profit of £51 million was made in that transfer window. Whoa, that's absolutely mad. That is mad to see. So, go to 2025-26 season, and it was £167 million spent. They got Timo Werner for a free transfer. That's amazing. So, £167 million spent, and £116 million in profit they made with player sales going out of the club. That is again a lot of money. 2026-27 season, not as much as the previous two seasons, only £43.5 million spent on players coming into the club, but £119 million profit was made on player sales and players going out of the club. Absolutely brilliant to see. And then the 2027-28 season, no players were signed, but only made a profit of £4.3 million in the transfer window. Obviously players that were sold on, but yeah, quite a low figure. And then the 2028-29 season, £84 million was spent on players coming into the club, and yeah, £40.5 million profit made for players going out of the club. Yeah, so you can see the first couple of seasons, boom, they made big transfers, but then it just sort of died down in that season. So we're going to look at Albion Rovers now to see what they have done in the transfer window. They are still rich. Rafa Benitez is the manager, by the way. So 2024-25 season, £590 million was spent on players coming into the club. Yeah, a lot of money spent, and £103 million profit was made on player sales that season. 2025-26 season, £118 million was spent. Sergio Roberto coming over from Barcelona for £13.75 million, and it was £65 million profit made on player sales that season. 2026-27 season, £87 million was spent on players coming into the club, and £99 million profit was made on players going out of the club that season. The 2027-28 season, total of £46.5 million was spent on players coming into the club, and a £7 million profit was made on players going out of the club. So 2028-29 season, a total of £117 million was spent in the transfer window. A lot of money again, and a total of £103 million profit was made in the transfer window, with player sales going out of the club. So yeah, we're now going to look at Airdrie. That impressive from Albion Rovers. So Airdrie, who finished 10th in this season, who really falling off this just now. So we'll look at 2024-25 season. So a total of £429 million was spent on players coming into the club, and a total of £17.25 million profit was made on player sales. 2025-26 season, a total of £40.5 million was spent on players coming in, and £151 million profit was made for players obviously getting sold. 2026-27 season, £19.75 million was spent, with a total of £29.5 million on players for the profit received for players being sold. You can see the money is starting at war here. So the 2027-28 season, it was all loan signings, and a total of £0 was even spent. So all loan players coming in, and a total of £160 million was made in profit on players being sold out of the club. Quite a few players going out there. And then the current season, the 2028-29 season, again, no money was spent, but only 3 loan signings coming in, and you can see that only £17.75 million were made in profit on player sales. So yeah, they have really dropped their rate in this experiment. First club really to do so. So you can see that, yeah, they've really struggled. Have they even got any? Their key player is this somebody from Macedonia. Yeah, you can see he is actually a decent player, but he's 29 now. He came across from Napoli. How many years is he? He's been there for 9 years now, and really, the squad must. I wonder if they will end up heading into administration or something on this, but they haven't really. Right, so I'll have a look at this. Yeah, they've got some good players there. They've got a good youth system, and that might keep them in the league. So that's really about that for this episode. I think probably we'll go to about another 5 years in the future possibly, and then see what's happening. I think the next episode, we'll maybe do 1 or 2 more episodes on this experiment. So please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching everybody, and I'll be back with another experiment video on Football Manager very shortly. So I'm signing out now.